The 2025 OHL priority selection is in the books. Welcome back to Windsor Spitfires TV. I'm Manny Paiva with the General Manager and Vice President of Hockey Operations, Bill Bowler. Bill, congratulations on another draft. How successful would you categorize it?
Yeah, we're pleased. We're happy. We'd love to replicate what happened here last year. It's going to be tough, but a lot of good players, and it was a strong, deep draft. So can't wait to see these guys in Spitfires.
Yeah, you picked late in the first round, but a lot of people thought that you got the steal with the addition and the selection of John McLaughlin at number 21. Tell us about your first round pick.
Yeah, Johnny. I don't know if Johnny Hockey's going to stick, but this guy's a player, a 200-foot player, plays in every situation. He actually played up the previous season, and an unfortunate injury caused him to miss the majority of this year. Having said that, we've seen him play a junior B game early with Strathroy, watched a ton of hockey with him. He spent time, our skating coach, Johnny, works with Coach Kathy McElwain. So it's just, we think, and I think if you watched the OHL show last night, I believe Daryl mentioned he might have been a top 10 pick at the start of the year. So I know there's concerns about the injury. We've done our due diligence. We have no concerns.
You actually picked three forwards with your first three picks. Was that best player available, or were those guys all guys that you wanted to have? They were all big guys, all skilled guys, and all captains on their team. How important was that for you?
Well said, Manny. Everything you said was kind of checked all the boxes for us. Going into a draft, you have players you want to target, you like. I don't want to say you fall in love with them, but those three gentlemen you just mentioned, obviously Johnny being a captain, Ian and Ty, these guys are competitive young men that are great teammates, and their hockey ability speaks for themselves. So to acquire those three, yes, they all shoot left, they all play center, but in my opinion, they're all forwards and kind of athletes that will play wherever their coach asks them to.
You went south of the border. You picked 4 Americans from your 15 picks. I guess it's a universal game now, right? It doesn't matter if they're Canadian or American. Talent is talent, isn't it?
Absolutely. We're hoping, one of these players may jump in our lineup next year. Obviously, the U.S. program with a Horton kid, he may show up a little later. So it's just, again, you're trying to, look at the board, create depth. We've talked about it many times. We want to create as much depth at every position, and we think we've done that.
Overall, 6 forwards, 7 defensemen, 2 goalies that you selected this weekend. Do you go into the weekend knowing that you want to get a certain number of a position, or is that just how the board fell for you?
A little bit of both. Obviously, you can't select one position totally and have 15 forwards or vice versa with the D, but as you've seen as the draft went on, we kind of went D, focused on the D, but you just want to make sure you get you get a goalie in there. We got a couple goalies. So yeah, it just works out that way. But every year, every age group, you want to have a number of players that obviously play different positions, because you just never know what may happen. And you're seeing it right now in our playoffs that kids need to be called up, and you got to make sure you can cover off every position.
2 players from Windsor and Essex County were also selected by the Spitfires. Tell us about those 2 players.
Both right shot D's, St. John and Maine, one with the Spits, one with the Panthers. Just good kids, good families, and again, the OHL is a tough league to make, but we've seen local players here make it late, and the hard work starts now, and everybody and everyone has a chance.
Finally, Bill, how big of a weekend is this for your staff?
Yeah, I get to sit here, but obviously a ton of work has been done by Frank Avola and all his staff. Then you hand them over to our coaches. But this is a fun day, and it's real fun for our scouts to witness a couple playoff games while they're here scouting. So can't thank them enough. Don't get enough credit, but obviously the people in the organization appreciate what they do.
And your message to the kids who got drafted?
I just kind of touched on it. There's no rule here who makes this club. You'll decide if you're on this team, and we've seen it in the past, and late picks make this team, free agents make this team, and the draft's over. A new challenge for all the players, and can't wait, create some depth, and just because these kids are on the team now, go ahead and take their job.
Now the real work begins. Bill, I appreciate the time. Congratulations on the weekend.
Thanks, Manny.
Bill Bowler, the general manager and president of hockey operations for the Windsor Spitfires. Hope you enjoyed this interview. Make sure you like and subscribe for more interviews from Windsor Spitfires TV.